let's talk about some funky plants. Hi friends, welcome back to Millennial Planter. I'm Marina, hopefully your favorite millennial planter, or not. And today I'm going to be talking about my funky boys, or my weird looking plants actually. A lot of them are epiphytic cactus, which are like jungle cactus, which is so cool. I mean, I guess I should be saying cacti, jungle cacti, which is so cool. Like, just to think about an actual cactus in the jungle. And obviously it's not a cactus like how you see out in the desert. They are trailing cactus, so a lot of times they grow on trees and they will just trail down, and they're so cool. And I kind of have been obsessed with them over the past, I don't know, 6 months, and I kind of slowly started collecting them. So I just like to call them my funky boys because some of them are trailing cacti and then some of them are just regular cactuses or euphorbias. And I don't know, I just really like to collect funky looking things now. I like to have different plants in my collection that I really don't ever see other people having, because I just think it's cool to have something different. I'm going to share 9 with you, and I'm going to horribly butcher most of the names, so I mean, make fun of me if you want in the comments. And if I miss ID something, definitely correct me in the comments, because some of them I'm not like 100% sure on the names, so yeah, definitely let me know. First, we have probably my favorite. This is a Dogtail Cactus, other known as Cactus tessuto. I'll put the name on the screen, but it is so cool. It has these little soft spikes and it trails down like this. As you can see, the newer, I don't know what these are called. The newer leaves, obviously, I don't know, legs, they start to grow up and then eventually they will trail down like this. The spikes on them aren't spiky at all. They're actually pretty soft, and you could see it has pretty crazy aerial root action growing on. I should probably chop and propagate it. But yeah, I love this. I actually found this guy at Home Depot, and I found like a big pot, and I split it amongst my mom and my best friend, so they also have some, and I just love it. I can't stop staring at this guy. I have him hanging on one of my shelves, and he's just such a cutie. I need to get a cute little face planter for him because that will just be perfect. This one is actually a plant I just recently unboxed on this channel, and it was from Sarah, aka Peanuts Plants, and it is Euphorbia aeugurnosa, and I just love this guy so much. As you can see, I still haven't taken the fluff off. Wow, he's such a cutie with those red spines, which is crazy. I feel like they've gotten redder since the last time I've unboxed him. I have yet to water him. It's been about 2 weeks. I guess I should water him. I actually don't know much about this guy or the care, but I love it so much. It reminds me of a barbed wire fence, which I guess is kind of weird, but he's so cool and so funky. He has like a greenish blue color to him on the inside. I don't know how well that picks up on the camera. And then he has the little red thorns. It's so cool. I've seen bigger ones of these also, and they're super cool. So I'm just so glad to have this one in my collection. I haven't really seen this guy around. I know of one other person that has it right now, which is a friend on Instagram, and she's told me a lot about these guys and actually helped me ID this guy. So yeah, Euphorbia, who would have guessed? Next we have a peanut cactus, I think, an echinopsis. I'm not going to pronounce its real name because that is just way too hard. Something serious, that's all I know. And I really love this guy too, and I cannot wait till it gets fuller and it's actually like trailing all around. They're really crazy. They remind me of Medusa and her hair, and just let's take a closer look at it. So eventually this guy is going to get heavy enough to start trailing down, and these are all the little babies inside. They grow kind of weird looking, if I'm being honest. But they're so cool, and I just love it. I don't know. I don't have words. No, is that I think these guys are so cool. It is kind of like soft almost on the inside. And once again, the spikes aren't too spiky on it. They're a little rougher than the Dogtail Cactus, but nothing that's gonna like hurt you like an actual cactus. So there we go, look at that. Very cool. I also have this other one, which I think is a peanut cactus, and it's this one here. This one is slightly more twisty than this one, and it's thinner, as you can see, like a lot thinner. I'm actually not sure what this one is, so if you guys know, definitely let me know, because I feel like they're different, right? Frustrating part is that I know what this was at one point, and I haven't written it down, so it's just gone. So let me know if you know what this is, or if it's the same as this one, which I don't think they are. They look similar, but they kind of have different growth patterns, and this one is a lot smaller than this one, which they're both getting the same amount of light, so if they were the same type of cactus, then they should look the same, right? But anyways, this is another one I got as cutting a year ago, like pre-panny, you know what I'm saying? And it's grown a lot. Look at that, all those little babies in there. This one's really easy to propagate, and it's so cool. I just can't wait for this one to get long either. You can see the little babies there, they're so cute. Next, I have my little Lapuntia. This one I honestly just love so much because I have it in a fishbowl, which is really weird because it's a cacti. Like, these are actual cacti. Like, this is an actual cactus, but I water it very sparingly and very little. They actually have been doing really well in here, and they are very etoliated, as you can see, which means they're just really stretched out because they were in a low light area for a long time. But now that I have them in highlight, they haven't fattened up, so I don't know what that's about, but they're so cute. I actually got these in a plant trade as some cuttings, and they have just, as you can see, taken off. You can even see little roots. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you can see little roots down in there. Oh, the glare might be too bad. But they have really fragile roots. I definitely should repot this soon because it's pretty root bound. But yeah, look at those little Lapuntias. Very cute. I also like it because like this little fishbowl kind of encloses and holds all their little shards, because Lapuntia can get all over the place, and then before you know it, they're all over your fingers, and it's a whole thing. Before I talk about the last three, I guess I should like talk about care a little bit. And the care is really easy, very similar to like a cacti really. I give them very bright light. I have them, most of them under my most intense grow light, which is that little area, that garage light that I use. And most of them are under there. Some of them I have further down here. And I water them pretty much when they are limp or dry. They definitely are completely dried out. Some of them I will wait until they get a little bit soft, and some of them I will just wait till they look a little bit wilted. So water very sparingly, at least in my care. I haven't fertilized them yet. I should probably look more into that and into cacti succulent fertilizer. If you have a good one, let me know. And as far as humidity, I am not an expert. I don't know. These are all living in my just outside living room environment. I'm not even sure what the humidity is like in the new place yet. I don't think it's like crazy high, maybe like in the 40s. But as you saw, some of them do have crazy aerial roots, so that's obviously doing something good for them. They are just wanting to grow and propagate themselves. But most of them really don't need high humidity, which is really awesome. And if you want to collect funky boys like this, I can't recommend them enough because they are so low maintenance and so cool to look at. Next, I am going to share my only not so easy funky boy, but definitely the funkiest one. And it is my Discidia numularia, or a dragon jade. Okay, let's see. It is Discidia numularia id minubu. or I think it's called like a dragon jade, the common name for it. And this is such a slow grower. I can't stress that enough. But look at how cute he is. He looks like he has little dreads, and all that little new growth at the top is so cute. So a lot of people have recommended watering this one when the leaves are a bit soft, but I've noticed that when he's shooting out new growth, and like most plants, they don't want to get completely dried. So pretty much what I do, I let him dry out, but I don't let him get dried to the point where his leaves feel soft. And I feel like that has helped, because in the past I was getting a lot of like yellowing on the new growth and it just wasn't really making it. But now I feel like they're a lot happier and they're getting a lot bigger. I've gotten this guy, or I've had this guy since November of 2020, and I got him from the Victoria in Atlanta. They told me that apparently they spray theirs every day, but I don't do that to this one. But I guess that's just because they like high humidity or higher humidity. And yeah, he's been living his best life. He does have some scarring on his leaves. That's just from, I guess, the Victorian or wherever they got it from. And yeah, they're really cool. They're kind of funky. I have yet to grow any new leaves on this part, so I might chop it and try to propagate it. I'd probably do like a perlite propagation with this one. I have cut it and sent it to a friend. I should probably check how that one's going. I just want to see how they propagate. I feel like they might take a while to propagate. I'm not sure, just because they're such slow growers. Like, guys, this is like a slow grower. I really love this plant a lot, and this is what I have him in right now. He does have little roots coming through, so that's good. I'm actually really surprised I've been able to keep this plant alive. There's not much care information about it. I've looked, so I was just kind of winging it, honestly. And it's been doing really well, so that's good. The next one is an Epiphyllum species. That is what I bought it at, but I also think it's known as an orchid cactus. They get these really pretty, huge blooms on them. That's just, it's insane. I cannot wait till I get that one day. Like, oh, wow. This one I truly just love. Paddle-like leaves on them and the flowers that they get. It's really nice. I got this from Groovy Plant Ranch on Etsy, and I actually got a rickrack cactus from them, and they've been really great. These plants have done really well for me. This one is even putting out a new leaf. I don't even know if I could show you. It's right there. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, this is one of the ones I wait until the leaves are a little bit soft before I water it, and it's been doing really great. And now I just have to impatiently wait for it to get really big and flower for me. Next is one that I don't really think is considered a cactus. Oh, I didn't even look up the scientific name for it. But it's none other than the lifesaver cactus. Oh, I guess it is a cactus. Anyways, I don't know the scientific name of it, so I don't know what species it actually is, but it's known as a lifesaver cactus. And these are the ones that get like the really big and funky looking star-shaped flowers, and that is why I bought this plant to my daughter. And I actually saw one at a greenhouse, and they had one flower, and it was so cool. A lot of times they get the stigma that the flowers stink, but I didn't really get a scent from the flower. After she saw that, she wanted one really bad, so we got this one. And this one, I know I probably said it before, but this one has been my easiest one so far. I barely water him, and he's just living his best life. He's getting really bright light and has actually grown a pretty good amount. And he's officially kind of trailing, which I think is really cute. And I just love the way they look and their texture and their shape. It's very cool. And yeah, I feel like all of these need some sort of funky planter or some sort of face planter, which actually brings me to the last plant in my Funky Boy collection, which is this beautiful Ripsalis. So I got this off of Etsy last year, and it was actually just a pot of miscellaneous Ripsalis I saw. I wanted to get some Ripsalis, and I saw that she had these in a planter, and I thought that was so cool, and they've been doing so well. I actually just recently repotted them into this bigger pot because they were quite root bound, which is really awesome because that means they're growing and I'm doing a good job of taking care of them. Honestly, I'm just winging it. But, so let's take a closer look. I really don't know all the species in here. She had them on the listing, but I just didn't look it up. So we have these. And then we have some up here. And then we have this long trailing bit, which is my favorite. What's best is that this one is actually planted in a vase planter. How beautiful is this pot? This was made by Hannah, aka Rosebuds Jungle, I think is her account on Instagram. She doesn't make them too often, so I was really glad that I caught this. It's just, it's so beautiful. This is quite easily one of my favorite handmade pots that I have, and I tell her that all the time, and I get so many comments about this pot. So there we go. Like, how freaking cute is this? I love it so much, and I need more Ripsalis in my life. And last but not least is an honorable mention, and it is another orchid type cactus, or another epiphyllum, and it is the curlier one. And I got this recently in a trade, probably about a month ago. I went to a plant swap and I traded for this, and I saw it and I knew I instantly needed it. It's so cool. This one is a bit on the thirstier side. She gets pretty limp pretty quickly, but she's even putting out new little growth for me. You can see those little babies, and I really like their growth pattern. I think it's so cool how they just spring out these little curly guys right off the leaves. It's so cute, and I can't wait till this one grows more because it's so little right now. And that wraps it up for the video. All of my Funky Boy collections. I hope you all enjoyed it. I wanted to do something different because I haven't really shared a lot of my trailing cactus or any of my cacti in any videos or even Instagram. I guess because they're not really that popular, and but here they are having their own video and their own chance in the spotlight, and I think they need to get more love and more airtime because they're so cool. And yes, you know, big velvet leaves are amazing, don't get me wrong, but also, you know, every collection just needs something that's just different and just grows on its own and just does its own thing. And that's why I love these plants a lot, and I hope you all have loved it too. Definitely let me know any Funky Boys you have in your collection, and let me know what I should add to my collection because I definitely want more, especially if it's in the like epiphytic, epiphyllum family. Please let me know. Hope you all are having a wonderful day and continue to have a wonderful week. I will see you all in my next video, and I hope you all are staying safe, sane, and happy and healthy. Bye! You all peep the sleeping Roxy in the corner. Hi, baby. Hi. So you're not a funky boy. No, you're not.